question come to you, are you familiar with the video, or do you recall Jeffrey Williams' name being mentioned?
I don't recall. I don't remember.
Was it not you who said that wasn't me?
I still say it's not me. If you can't, I said it wasn't me because I don't see me in the video. So I don't know if I was there for the video or I wasn't. So I'm telling you it wasn't me.
When you said it was all over the internet, where did you see it?
I seen it on Instagram. It was on a lot of places when people showed the video.
When did you see it?
I can't recall when I seen it.
Did you see it since this trial started?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Have you been watching or listening to other people's testimony?
No. I knew I couldn't watch the trial. My attorney advised me that you can't watch the trial, so that's why I never got it on.
All right, I'm going to show you what has already been admitted, Your Honor, but the number is not on the exhibit. So we would, for the purposes of this examination, label it 447 Yankee. We will not be tendering two separate copies. All right.
Do you know what the original exhibit number is?
That was what we were trying to get our hands on. That was what was not on the list of exhibits. I'm going to show it to counsel for the defense before I walk up to the witness, if anyone would like to see it. Showing you states 447 Yankee. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Is this the video that you were referring to?
Yes. I can hear what it's saying. Okay.
But you said you've seen it?
Yes, I've seen this video a long time ago too. Do you see me in the video? I don't see me in the video. I only see Jeffrey Williams in the video.
Okay. Your Honor, just for the purposes of this examination, not to tender it twice, we are tendering 447 Yankee, and we will not.
So,
just so that I can have it.
okay, so it's in as an exhibit that's already been admitted once under some unknown number. Okay.
My apologies, Your Honor. We will rectify that and clarify it.
All right.
And so I'm now going to play the sound of 447 Yankee and the video.
So, nigga, a lot of they mama, a lot of they kids, a lot of they brothers and sisters, they didn't get ready in the courtroom and tell the God honest truth.
Fuck, nigga.
Don't get it.
Bro.
Y'all nigga need to get fucking killed, bro.
You snitching bitches.
From me and YSF.
Do you hear your voice on that video?
It sounds like it.
And are you the one saying snitching bitches?
I said sound like. I can't say for sure that's me that's saying that, but it sounds like me.
Is the voice that says snitching bitches the one that sounds like?
Yeah.
Do you recall being in that room where
I don't.
Defendant Williams is?
I don't recall. That's why I said it. It sounded like me, but I don't recall if I was there that day or not.
Do you recall ever being present in a room back in January 2015 when Defendant Williams made statements like that?
No, I don't recall.
You said you've heard that a long time ago. When's the first time you saw that video, to the best of your recollection?
I can't recall because I can't recall the first time I seen the video.
Was it prior to 2024?
No,
The first time you saw that video was in 2024?
I said no.
So was it before 2024 that you first saw the video?
Yeah, well, before 2024, I don't seen that video before.
Did you see it before 2020?
Maybe.
Did you see it before 2015?
It probably around that time, 15, 16, somewhere in there.
What did you understand the message to be in that video?
To me, I thought it was just a saying, like, because a lot of people say it all the time.
A lot of people say what?
A lot of your mom, a lot of your kids. He ain't the first person I heard say that.
Is he the first person you've heard say, y'all need to be killed?
That's what the video say.
Is he the first person you heard say that?
No, I've been in the street for a long time, Ms. Lord. I don't hear a lot of people saying people need to be killed, but I don't know the reason they saying.
Did you hear him say, that's from me and YSL?
I heard it in the video, yes. Of course, everybody in the courtroom just heard it. You played it.
At the time that this video was made, or even at the time you first heard it, did you consider yourself YSL?
Yes.
Did you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth need to be killed?
No, that's not my belief. I believe everyone do what's best for them. So I can't determine what no one else feels. I can tell you how I feel.
Do you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth are snitching bitches?
I'm telling you the God honest truth.
That's
Is
not
I'm
what
a
I asked.
snitching?
I'm asking you if you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth are snitching bitches.
No, because a snitch to me, my understanding is a snitch is a person who lie on another person. So I can't say that.
You grew up with how many of your siblings?
I grew up with all my brothers.
Did any of them ever go and tell on you about stuff you did?
They used to tell my mom all the time, but I never got mad.
Okay. When they told your mama, did they always tell the truth?
No.
Okay. Now, when they told your mama stories about you, did your mama come to you and say anything about it?
Yes.
How did you respond?
He lying, Mom.
What about when they told your mama stuff that you actually did? How would you respond?
Take it on the chin.
Okay. Did you ever complain about somebody telling about stuff you actually did?
No.
Okay. Did you ever talk about it?
I probably talked about it to my mother, not no.
How would you describe somebody telling on you about something you actually did?
I don't feel no way, man, Lord. They did what I guess they feel like they did what was best for them. So
No, I'm not asking you how you felt about it. I'm asking how would you describe it? How do you speak about it? What do you say when you're talking about someone telling on you about something they actually did?
I don't speak about it.
Would you ever consider it, they told on me? Is that how you would?
I don't really know how would I put it. There's a lot of ways to put it, but I don't.
Now, telling on you would you consider someone telling on you talking about something that you actually did?
Maybe,
Why maybe?
maybe. If somebody tells something on you, maybe that's what they want to do.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with a person telling on me.
Is that a phrase that you've ever used? Like, my brother told on me.
But, well, what we getting at? That's pointless.
Mr. Sledge, will you please answer that question for the jury?
No, then. No.
You've never said that.
You said I said it to my mother-in-law.
No, not to your mother. Have you ever used a phrase like, my brother told on me?
Maybe.
And in using that phrase, are you just referencing something your brother done told somebody else that you did?
He probably wouldn't tell nobody else what I did. He probably told my mother, like, if me and him, if I slapped him across the head or something, he probably told my mama, like, I'm picking on him or something.
Okay. But you would consider that him telling on you.
That ain't,
Is that right?
yeah, because it probably wasn't true if I slapped him on the head.
Okay. And if you didn't
Because he
slap him on the
seen it.
head,
He was there. I don't want to hit him on the head, so he know.
and if you didn't slap him on the head and he told your mom you slapped him on the head, rightly so, you'd say, he lying on me.
No, I probably.
What was your answer?
Probably.
So none of these lawyers ain't gonna say nothing about leading. She not leading this motherfucker. Like this is leading, bro.
State's Exhibit 444, Yankee yesterday, those factual acknowledgments. You recall that?
No, you got to refresh my memory.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach Ms. Winfrey? Showing you what was shown to you yesterday as
Oh, yeah.
State's Exhibit
You showed me
447.
this yesterday.
All right. Now, at the time that you made the statements that are referenced in that document on December 28th, 2022, did you know that you were going to have to come into court and testify about those statements?
No, I actually didn't think I was gonna have to come in the courtroom and testify
Why did you think that?
because it said if needed. So I didn't know if you was gonna need me or not.
Do you recall who all was in the room with you at the time that you made those statements on December 28th, 2022?
When I initially,
No, when you said that they were true.
I never said they was true, Ms. Love. I initially, but this ain't nothing that I brought to your attention. You brought this to my attention. I never been in a room with anyone and said this stuff was true.
All right. We'll come back to that.
Right.
All right. At the time that do you remember addressing these statements in court ever?
Yeah, I remember. Like I told you yesterday. I remember when I signed, I was gonna be able to get on the stand, and if you called me and explain my truth of this, but this nothing that I directly told you. This agreement, I never stated any of this stuff in this document to you or anybody else.
All right. Do you remember initialing certain terms of your plea agreement
went-
called
we-
sentencing acknowledgements?
We went through this yesterday, Ms. Love.
Do you remember initialing
No,
terms?
I don't remember.
Looking at page 5 of 7 of State's Exhibit 440, 446, 444 Yankee. Without reading it out loud, does that refresh your memory?
What number you say?
Page 5 of 7.
And what you want me to read?
Looking at section 5, which goes on into page 6, does looking at that refresh your memory as to whether or not you read and initialed sentencing acknowledgements?
I probably didn't understand it.
Does looking at that document refresh your memory as to whether or not you read and acknowledged sentencing acknowledgements on December 28th, 2022?
You said, could you repeat what you said?
Does looking at 444 Yankee, the document in front of you, refresh your memory as to whether or not you read and acknowledged the sentencing acknowledgements contained on page 5 and 6?
I don't even remember reading it, but I see my initial, but I never read it to understand.
So then the document does not refresh your recollection?
I see my initial right there, and I just read it.
So do you now remember reading and acknowledging?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Would you look at number 4 on page 6 of 7?
You said number 4?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I see that.
Is there any part of the sentence contained in number 4 that today, right here and now, you do not understand?
No, I didn't understand.
No, I'm asking you right here and now, is there any part that you do not understand?
No, I don't understand. Could I talk to my lawyer? Miss Judge, could I? Thank you.
All right, I'm sure everybody has time to use the restroom if they need to while they confer.
Are you putting off a doctor visit? Then you need to try Georgia Pathways, health insurance that gets you covered.
Two things. One, when we have the next opportunity, would the court be opposed to asking IT if they could come? And every time I move this thing, they had another one that stopped doing that.
Well,
whole-
IT was just here because apparently yes, I'll ask them. Yep.
My apologies. I guess I should have dealt with it. I didn't want to stop him from doing what he was doing.
No, that needed to be done too.
And the second thing was I checked with members of my team about whether or not any of the jurors' faces were displayed publicly at the time that I went to mute the mic. And from two sources, I have been assured that the camera did not leave Mr. Sledge
Okay.
and did not publish to anyone the jurors'
All right.
faces.
That's good. Thank you.
So would the court be opposed to reassuring the jury? I know that I wasn't looking at them, so I didn't.
I'm not going to do that out here. The deputy will
Thank
let them
you.
know that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that hopefully the IT fix from last night, which messed up the juror chairs, was to move the camera that Zoom uses for the witness. And so hopefully we can use that camera from now on without it showing anybody other than the witness. And then we won't have to use this laptop, but yeah, we'll.
Thank you.
Okay. Do we know whether Mr. Sledge has had sufficient time to consult with his attorney?
Unless he's talking to him about something else, Mr. Wright came in and said that he had,
They are ready.
yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we are, but if you do want to let them know, it is what Ms. Love relayed. Thank you. And then, yeah, they are ready. We are ready. I don't know if you heard or not. Did you sign the Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Love.
Welcome back, Mr. Sledge. Have you had enough time? Your Honor, is this working?
Doesn't sound like it.
I can hear you right here.
Judge, I'm going to use my outside voice. I don't think either of you working. And
Let's try. No, mine's doesn't
Okay.
seem to be either. What a
Okay.
shocker.
Mic check. Mic check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, no, no.
Good luck. I mean, maybe there's something going on with it, but
that perhaps when they, I don't know.
I mean, who knows what it is? And they are allegedly urgently dealing with a fix, but thus far, every fix they've tried has not been a fix. I will send yet another email.
Judge, I will do as the court instructs. What would you have me do?
I guess yell. I mean, we have supposedly a backup, but I think the only one who knows how to run the backup that didn't work a few days ago is my staff attorney, who, while not an IT person, is the best we have, but she's not here with us today. So I don't know what to say. Just speak loudly.
All right. If there is anyone on to the right of me who cannot hear me, Your Honor, if they would just let the court know, I will speak even louder without bursting anyone's ears. Mr. Sledge, have you had enough time to speak with your attorney?
Yes.
Having spoken with your attorney, are you able now to tell the jury whether you recall looking at number 4 on page 6 of 7 on December 28th of 2022?
Yes.
Did you understand number 4?
Yes.
Do you understand number 4 today?
Yes.
What is your understanding of number 4 of the sentencing acknowledgments?
I guess it says you fail to refuse and promise to make this eternity. If you refuse to,
Mr. Sledge, do me a favor. I don't want you to read it,
oh,
and I need you to use as
I,
loud a voice as you can.
it's gonna be hard.
But
If
tell the jury without reading it what your understanding of number 4 is.
my understanding for number 4 is, if you refuse about count 30 in indictment.
Can
Got to figure something out.
can you speak up any
All right.
louder?
No,
Can you hear me?
it's gonna be hard, man.
So
I'm talking loud as I can. I'm talking loud as I
Now
Can
can.
y'all hear it?
If you need to move, I understand.
Use that mic.
It's not working.
No, you were talking loudly a second.
Something's working.
I can hear the judge in his mic. When you was talking in that, I can hear you in his mic, but it not letting me. Yeah.
So that everybody in the
You
courtroom
can move if you need to. You can hear now? Okay, well,
This one. This one I'm talking to.
pull it down some, it moves. All right.
Yes.
Tell the jury sentencing acknowledgement requires?
If you fail to testify,
Testify about what?
acknowledgement,
When you say acknowledgements, what do you mean?
by truthfully what I know, I thought. That's what my understanding.
Did you have the same attorney you referenced yesterday in court?
Yeah. Yes.
The one that you've had for 15 years? Did you have him with you when you were looking at the sentencing acknowledgements that are contained in 444 Yankee?
Yes.
Did you have an opportunity to go over each of them with your attorney?
I did, but it was a short time. It was kind of fast.
During that short time, were you comfortable enough expressing to your attorney things that you didn't understand?
Yeah, I did tell him certain things I didn't understand, but
And did you,
not everything. Not everything.
what things did you not understand that you did not talk about with your attorney?
When I signed that agreement, I just thought when I get up there, I would be able to explain my truth.
And going back to all that is in the document, do you recall raising your hand and swearing under oath to tell the truth on December 28th, 2022?
Yes, I'm telling my truth. Yes.
Is your truth different than just any other truth?
I guess.
And what do you mean by that?
I thought I would be able to explain an explanation of the reason of me signing the plea agreement.
Okay, let me ask you this. On December 28th, 2022, did you go into a courtroom in front of a judge?
Yes.
And did you swear an oath to tell the truth of every question that was asked of you?
Yes.
At the time that you swore that oath, who all was in the courtroom with you?
I want to say you and my attorney
Who else?
and Mr. Glanville.
All right.
I don't know the other people, the court reporter and stuff like that. I don't know they not.
Other than me, people that you recognize as being a part of my team, the judge, the court reporter, and deputies, was there anybody else in that courtroom with you when you raised your right hand and swore to tell the truth?
No.
After raising your hand and swearing to tell the truth, were you asked
Joy, who you share it with?
or Yankee?
Yes.
As it relates to the factual acknowledgments, did you swear under oath that each of those factual acknowledgments is true?
Not to the ones I was trying to have you to change.
So, Mr. Sledge, would you please tell the jury your truth today regarding, let's start with the numbers. And in fact, Your Honor, the state tenders pages 3 through 7 of State's Exhibit 444 Yankee.
I object to coming into evidence, Your Honor, if it's being used just as a demonstrative, not as.
It is,
Go ahead.
I'm not using it as a demonstrative. I am tendering it as substantive evidence as a prior inconsistent statement, given the witness's testimony, and given that he seems to lack an independent recollection of certain portions of it as a past recollection recorded and as impeachment by contradiction.
I did not hear anything that needs, does not recall, I have not heard that, and he acknowledged it, he's explaining his answer.
So some of this is certainly a prior inconsistent statement. I mean, it may be that it needs to be more narrowed down than that.
Mr. Sledge, I'm going to show you pages 3 through 7 of State's Exhibit 444 Yankee. And Your Honor, I've separated out the first two, and I'm
All
going
right.
to pass them back to Ms. Mr. Sledge, would you please take a look at pages 3 through 7, and without reading out loud all of those lines, read to yourself and tell the jury what numbers you are testifying today are not true. Name all of the numbers that you're saying on 444 Yankee, pages 3 through 7, that are not true today.
You said 1 through 7?
On pages 3 through 7, sitting before you now.
Okay.
You want to just use this piece of paper
Yeah, but I
and
thought,
jot down the numbers. Just jot down the numbers of everyone that you're saying today are not true.
from my understanding, I thought we couldn't talk about 3 through 6.
Oh, no, I need for you just to write down on the piece of paper in front of you each number that today you are testifying is not true. That's all I need you to do.
So there's a part 4 that is numbers 1 through 16, and then a part 5 that's 1 through 6. So just do part 4 and then part 5.
What the judge said.
I don't see one on this one, Mr. Not on 3 through 7. That what you said? Or do I need to flip on the rest of the pages?
Mr. Sledge. Mr. Sledge,
Yes.
do you understand what I'm asking you to do?
Yeah, you said write down the ones that I'm saying not true today.
Do you understand what the judge said?
You know what? Maybe just go through it one at a time. Have him look at part 4, number 1, and say, is that true or not?
All right, well, let's do it that way.
Okay.
You keep
Oh,
the document,
I'll do
you
your
back the
pen.
pen. Thank
Okay.
you. All right, let's start with number 1. Today is your testimony that it is true or false? And to be clear, today, your testimony today, is it true or false? Is it true or false? Number one.
I agree with some of it, not all of it.
So is number one as a whole, like the whole part of number one, is it inaccurate or accurate?
It's accurate.
Even the parts that you don't agree with, you're now saying are accurate?
I agree that it all accurate
Why did you say that there were parts you didn't agree with?
because I was looking at the increase of notorious street credibility.
Mr. Sledge, has anyone encouraged you to do anything other than be honest today?
No,
Okay. So would you please tell the jury whether the factual acknowledgement labeled number one under section 4 is true or false?
true,
All right. Number 2, is it true or false?
true,
Number 3, is it true or false?
true,
The whole thing.
I see the part where it say threat the harm. I didn't threat to harm him. I just made a statement.
So let's put it this way. If any part of either one of these
But
to your testimony today, if any part is inaccurate, then we're going to call it false. Okay?
But from my understanding, I thought when I signed, I'd be able to explain, but okay, you can say true.
Mr. Sledge,
Hang on. Yes. Use your mic. I think they're back for the moment.
May I object to the form of that question, please? We're just going to call it. Let the witness testify, not the say.
Your Honor, I'm framing my question in a way or manner that the witness hopefully can clearly understand. He seems to,
Okay,
I'm trying to frame
Can we
the-
not argue?
Hang on.
I'll rephrase the question.
Thank you.
Mr. Sledge,
Yes,
for the purposes of my questions to you right now, if you disagree with any part of any one of these statements, we will call that, for the purpose of this question, false. If you agree that the entire statement is true, we will call it true. Do you understand what I'm saying?
yes,
All right. So, understanding that, number 1, is it true or false?
true,
Number 2, is it true or false?
true,
Number 3, is it true or false?
true,
All of it.
yes, true,
Number 4, true or false?
true,
Number 5, true or false?
true,
Number 6, true or false?
true,
Number 7, true or false?
false,
Number 8, true or false?
false,
Number 9, true or false?
false,
Number 10, true or false?
I could say true.
Number 11, true or false?
True.
Number 12, true or false?
True.
Number 13, true or false?
True.
Now, looking at page 5, the sentencing acknowledgments. If you today understand the whole sentence, tell me yes, I understand. Because my question is going to be, do you understand each of these sentencing acknowledgments? Okay?
Yes.
All right. If you today do not understand any part of any particular one, then tell me, no, I do not understand today.
Right.
All right. So number 1, do you understand today, number 1?
Well, we went down to number 5 right here.
Yes,
To
sir.
number 1.
Yes, sir. Page 5 of 7.
Yes, part 5, number 1.
Yes.
And number 2, do you understand number 2? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 3, do you understand number 3? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 4 on page 6, do you understand number 4? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 5, do you understand number 5? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 6, do you understand number 6? Yes or no?
Yes.
And the paragraph underneath number 6, do you understand that paragraph? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you need time to look at it some more?
No.
My next set of questions deal with your understanding on December 28th, 2022. I'm going to ask you again about the statements underneath part 5, starting on page 5 of 7. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So now we're talking about your understanding on December 28th, 2022 with the same set of rules. If you understood all of it, please answer yes. If on December 28th, 2022, you did not understand any part of it, please answer no, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
All right.
All right. Can I get some clarification? Because
Yeah.
you're saying you're asking the same thing, but
And I
for
already
2 different
said.
time periods.
Thank you.
Your questions, I'm asking this a lot that,
No.
for number 4, previously were, is it true or false?
So, Your Honor, we're not talking about number 4.
Oh, you're just asking that about number 5.
That is
Okay.
correct.
All right. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Sledge, as it relates to part 5, beginning on page 5 of 7, and your understanding on December 28th, 2022, if you understood all of it on December 28th, 2022, please answer yes. If there was any part of it you didn't understand, please answer no, okay?
Yes.
All right.
I got you. I know what you're saying.
Number 1, on December 28th, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't understand. No.
Number 2, on December 28th, 2022, did you understand?
No, I didn't understand that one either.
Okay.
Because I didn't even know it said that.
Number 3, On December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't understand that one either, Ms. Lowe.
All right. Number 4, on December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't understand that one either.
Number 5, on December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
You just asked me about these same questions.
No, sir. I'm talking about back on December 28, 2022.
I didn't understand it.
You did not understand number 5 either?
No, ma'am.
And number 6, on December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't really understand that one either.
The paragraph underneath number 6, on page 6 of 7, did you understand it?
No, because I never even read this. I didn't understand.
You did not understand that paragraph?
No.
Okay. We're going to backtrack just a little bit. Would you please turn to page 5? And now, going back to the true or false answers. If any part of the factual acknowledgments I'm about to ask you about are untrue, then please answer false as it relates to today. If they are true in their entirety, please answer true as your testimony today. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Number 14 on page 507 under the section labeled factual acknowledgement. Today is your testimony that it is true or false.
Truth, I could say truth about that.
Say that again.
True.
Okay. Number 15, true or false?
True.
Number 16, true or false?
I say false, but I don't agree with everything they say in it, so
So you-
I say false.
Okay. Thank you. Starting with the first factual acknowledgement you said was false. Am I correct that it was number 7 on page 407?
Yes, I told you that one was false.
Everyone before that was true. Is that right?
No, yes, I told you number 7, number 8, and number 9, and number 10 were false.
You said number 10 was false.
Yeah. Oh no, I said it was true. My bad. I had to read it over. I'm sorry.
Okay. So as it relates to number 7, is it the portion before the first comma or after the first comma that contains what you now say is false?
I say the one false by told.
So is
Yeah,
there
'cause
testimony
nobody-
that you were never told?
I was never told.
Okay. Number 8, which part of number 8 is false?
I misunderstood that the whole thing
What did you misunderstand? What do you mean?
because I didn't know it said. Personally, I thought it was. I thought when my lawyer was explaining, he said responsible. I never knew it said personally. No, because I can't personally know I wasn't there.
What do you mean when you say you thought it was responsible?
Because I was charged with it, Ms. Love. That's why
Okay.
I was charged with the murder. So I was thinking like,
Were you indicted for murder?
No, I never got indicted for it.
Okay.
But I was
So
charged.
Yes.
That he be allowed to finish his
Yeah,
answers.
let him explain.
please continue.
Yes, I was charged by the DA office.
So how does that factor into your misunderstanding about the
Because
meaning?
I didn't know it say defensively, personally know one or more YSL member that committed the murder. I don't personally know. I wasn't there and no one never spoke it to me. So I can't say I personally know.
Okay.
If I personally knew I was there, I witnessed, I seen you do it.
Okay.
But other than that, I can't say I personally know that.
What about number 9? What part of number 9 is false? All of it or just some of it? As you testified today.
He gave YSL's associate money to lay low. And that's what it say right there.
Is it your testimony today that the portion that reads he gave YSL Associates money to lay low is false?
Yes, that's false.
Mr. Sledge, do you have any recollection of asking?
Well, what I would say, the word, you used the word lay low. I would have used the word to get family members out of harm's way. That's what I would have used.
Is it
If I'd have gave you this, that's what I would have said. I wouldn't have said he gave us money to lay low.
Is it your testimony that you did not send those words to the state through your lawyer? Is that your testimony today?
I try to get my lawyer to change this because my words was to get out of harm's way. I don't know how it still became lay low. My words and the notes that my lawyer took down, it was to get me and my family out of harm's way because on January the 10th, I was accused of the murder. By the streets, not by your district attorney office.
Understood. All right. Thank you for clarifying all of that. At what point, Mr. Sledge, going now to the sentencing acknowledgements, starting with number 1, where you say you understand it today, but did not understand it on December 28th, 2022. What happened to cause you to understand it?
What number 1 on the first page? You
Page
lost
5
me.
of 7,
Yeah, so you lost me.
under section 5. Do you want me to point it out? That one. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
All right. Do you recall telling the jury a few minutes ago, you understand it now, but didn't understand it on December 28, 2022?
I don't understand it now because I read it.
Is that the only thing that happened between today and December 28, 2022, which caused you to understand it, where you didn't understand it on December 28th, 2022?
Yeah, I didn't understand on December 28th, whatever day it was, because I actually didn't read it.
Did you hear it?
No, it was basically when certain things were said, I was stopping. So I don't recall this even being read to me.
Okay. What about number 2? What happened to cause you to understand it today and not understand it December 28th of 2022?
I just said it wasn't read to me,
Okay.
but I actually reading it myself, I understood now. But on the day that I signed, I don't even recall this even being there. I just it was never read off to me.
Is that the same answer for number 3,
Yes.
4, 5, 6, and the paragraph up under number 6?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. So, going back to page 3 of 7, number 1. Do you remember yesterday I asked you, how were the crimes that you committed? How did you mean for them to boost the street credibility of YSL?
The boost the street credit of YSL
Yes.
brought females around, people wanting to hang.
Did it make people scared of YSL too?
No.
Is the crime that you were referring to in count 1 that drive-by shooting that you
I
committed?
thought we couldn't talk about that. The drive-by shooting.
Oh, yes, you can.
My drive-by shooting?
Your drive-by shooting?
Yes.
All right. And is it your testimony today that you committed or participated in that drive-by shooting
Yes.
to boost the reputation of YSL to bring females around?
No, but what I was saying, like, I just don't think it was to boost the credibility. I never knew that the question even said to boost a notorious street credibility. I didn't know the question said that at the bottom. I knew about the top part. That's why I signed to it, because I knew me and Zachary and Gunnington pleaded guilty to doing a drive-by shoot.
What about?
Okay. Disregard that anybody other
Oh,
than Mr.
say it.
Sledge may have pled guilty to anything about this crime.
Right.
And I did admonish him that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Not today. Probably yesterday, not today.
Number 3, as it relates to you only. How did threatening to harm Shell Kale count as you're acting on behalf of YSL? What did it do for YSL when you threatened to harm Shell Kale?
It didn't do nothing, because me and Shell Kale seen each other 1,000 times and it never happened. So it didn't do nothing.
Because who in Shell Kale?
I said, me and Shell Kale seen each other. Me and him seen each other 1,000 times and nothing never happened. So I don't.
You acknowledge within that statement that on behalf of YSL, you threatened to harm a person named Kale?
I never said I threatened. I said if he was looking for me, I had something for him.
All right. Do you remember earlier when you were reading section 3 of part 4 on page 3 that I asked you if any part of it was false to tell me today you counted as false, to label it false?
I probably couldn't hear you. Probably couldn't hear you as clear, but I know for a fact, like you in the video, I never threatened him. I just said if he was looking for me. I
Okay.
didn't.
So is it,
Well, that part,
Testimony
I say
that-
that part down there is false.
okay, so we're going to label that as false, number 3.
Okay.
All right. Number 4, is there any part of number 4 that is false?
Yeah, the date. That's all I can see.
Okay. Other than the date, is there any part of number 4 that is false? Read it carefully.
Yeah, and I would say the video part.
So without talking about what part, just if there is any part that is false, please just tell me false.
See, I didn't even know how to say this. Yeah, that's false too.
All right.
Um,
Mr. Sledge, did you read earlier when I was going over them? Did you read each of these?
I didn't read that part. I missed out on that. On the video part at the bottom.
Number 5, how many sentences is in number 5? Is there only one sentence?
No,
No, without reading it, is there more than one sentence in number 5?
Yes.
There's more than one sentence.
No, it's one complete sentence.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Now, did you read that one complete sentence a moment ago when I asked you about number 5 under section 4?
No, I didn't read it completely. I didn't read it and understand it at first, but now I do.
So with your new understanding,
It'll be false.
number 6, read it, please, fully.
Defense admitted.
No, not allowed, not allowed.
I thought you
Yourself,
said
my
read it.
apologies, my apologies.
I see what it say now, yeah, but
Is any part of number 6 false? Because if it is, I would like for you to say false.
false.
Now, do I have it correct that your testimony today is that number 3 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 4 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 5 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 6 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 7 is not entirely true?
Yeah, number 7 is not true.
Number 8 is not entirely true?
Not true.
Number 9 is not entirely true?
Not true.
And number 16 is not entirely true.
You said 16?
Yes, sir, on page 5 of 7 at the top. Number 16.
Yes, not true.
Okay, all right.
But you remember I explained to you about number 7, 8, 9. I try to get you the 10. I try to get you I say 7, 8, and 9. I try to get you to change at the time and you wouldn't change.
Okay. That's your testimony. All right. So, all of the factual acknowledgments contained in section 4, from 1 to 16, is it your testimony today that the only ones that are true fully are number 1, number 2, number 10?
That was a misstatement of the testimony.
Then Your Honor, that was a question that he can correct if I have it wrong.
Overruled.
I don't- so-
I'll start over. Is it your testimony today that of all the factual acknowledgments in section 4, from 1 to 16, the only ones that are true in their entirety are number 1, number 2, number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, and number 15?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to carefully read those to ensure that I've accurately stated what your testimony is?
Yes.
All right. So if number 1 is true in its entirety, how were the crimes you committed intended to benefit YSL?
What you talking about? What, a hand signals?
No, sir.
Oh,
You said that it was true in its entirety, didn't you?
yes,
Number 1?
yes.
So I'm talking about the part about committing crimes to benefit YSL. How have the crimes that you've committed how did you intend that they benefit YSL?
I guess to the street credibility.
What does that mean?
Street credibility.
What do you mean? You guessed
I
it,
guess
street
people
cred-
notice YSL.
Notice what about YSL?
We'll hunt our business, I guess.
What now?
We'll do what we gotta do.
What does that mean?
Stand up for yourself.
Stand up for yourself. How?
Defend yourself.
And what does that consist of for you? What did that consist of?
I don't get what you're asking me.
What did you mean when you said defend yourself?
Oh, defend myself from anybody in the world.
How did you defend yourself to show that nobody should mess with YSL? What ways did you do that? Is that a fair question?
I committed a drive-by shooting.
To show you don't mess with YSL.
Right.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Was that drive-by shooting against a rival gang member?
They don't say that in that question.
I'm asking you.
I didn't consider it as a rival gang member at the time.
So how was that drive-by shooting going to show anybody that you don't mess with YSL?
Because they jumped on Gunnington.
Oh, okay.
All right, Evan, and we're going to need to break early for lunch
Right.
today to accommodate an issue with one of the jurors. So I don't know if I let y'all know that before, but we're going to break right now. Okay. And we will break for, let's see. Let's come back at 12:45. All right, unless there's anything anybody needs to put on the record, I'll see everybody back at 12:45.
Choke no joke. We be back at 12:45. 12:45. Hour and 15. All right. 1.